My children, in today's class we are going to discuss about multiplication of vector by scalar and the scalar product. Multiplication of vector by scalar and the scalar product. So you all know this r bar is a position vector. R bar is equal to xi cap plus yj cap plus z k cap, where I cap is a unit vector along x-axis, j cap is a unit vector along along y-axis, k cap is a unit vector along z-axis. Suppose if I am writing here is a 2r bar, what it means? It means that this 2 into xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap. You should multiply this one like this. 2 into xi cap. I hope you understand this one with a single letter itself. 2yj cap plus 2z k cap. Okay, this is equals to 2r bar. Okay, this is how we can multiply a vector by a scalar. So when you are multiplying a scalar with vector, then you will get a vector only. That is here we got. This is one example, a small thing. Okay, now the scalar product. Here you need to get some idea regarding components. This is x-axis, or this is a first vector. This is a first vector, magnitude of first vector, and this is our second vector q. Which makes an angle theta with the first vector. At a location O. Okay, both are starting at same point and are directed at an angle theta with each other. Okay, then definitely the second one will get resolved. One is along first vector, second one is perpendicular to the second vector. I will choose only one, this q, which is resolved and acting along first vector, that is a q cos theta. Here it is a magnitude of first vector and here it is a magnitude of second vector. Okay, scalar product or dot product can be defined as dot product between first vector and second vector. Dot product between first vector and second vector is always equals to product of magnitude of first vector. Product means multiplication. Magnitude of first vector and component of second vector. That means this is second vector, its component is q cos theta, another one is q sin theta. But he is asking one which is acting along the first vector. He is asking one component which is acting along the first vector, not perpendicular to the first vector. That is q cos theta. Okay, so this is a formula for dot product. Suppose now come on to the action. I have unit vectors. Let me verify those unit vectors how they will when you are doing product. I cap dot I cap. You all know that magnitude of I cap. Is equal to magnitude of j cap is equal to magnitude of k cap is equal to 1. Because I cap, j cap, k cap are unit vectors. Unit vectors means whose magnitude is equals to 1. Let me verify how they will act. Okay, so there are two vectors, I cap and I cap. What is the angle between these two? Since I am telling answer. Since I cap and I cap both are acting along same axis, that is x axis, the angle between these two is equals to 0. Angle between these two is equals to 0. So let me verify that one here. What will happen the product between two unit vectors which are acting along the same axis? I dot I. Magnitude of I cap is 1. Magnitude of second one is 1. And the cos angle between I cap and I cap is equal to 0. Cos 0 is equals to 1. So you will get a 1 into 1 into 1. Then you will get only 1. So I dot I is equal to 1. I dot I is equal to 1. Similarly, you will get what you will get means j dot j cap dot j cap and k cap dot k cap. Again, you will get the same. This is how you will get. And one more thing, we are going to calculate this one. I dot j, what will happen? And I dot k, what will happen? And j dot k, what will happen? Let's check. Why I am asking this? Because in previous case, you have got this one. I dot I is equal to 1. Do you are getting similar answer or different answer? Let us check this. I dot j is equals to magnitude of I cap is 1, magnitude of j cap is 1, cos 90, because I cap, j cap, k cap are unit vectors along x axis, y axis and z axis, where all the three are mutual perpendicular. అంటే ఒకదానికి ఒకటి perpendicular లో ఉంటాయి. అంటే ఐ క్యాప్కి జే క్యాప్కి మధ్యలో ఉన్న యాంగిల్ తీటా అనేది 90 degrees. ఈవెన్ యు ఆర్ టేకింగ్ ద యాంగిల్ బిట్వీన్ ఐజే ఆర్ ఐకే ఆర్ జేకే, whichever it is, the angle between these two is equals to 90 degrees because along which they are acting are mutual perpendicular axis, right? So that's why I dot I 1 into 1 into 0, 0 into 1 0, 0 into 1 0, again you will get a 0. So your answer is I dot j is equal to 0 and here is equal to 0 and here is equal to 0. So the dot product between two same vectors is always equals to 1. The dot product between two perpendicular vectors, they are parallel vectors. They are perpendicular vectors. The dot product between parallel vectors is always 1. The dot product between perpendicular vectors is always 0. Note these points by pausing your video. So a small applications, we are going to get this from the same formula. Component of Q along P bar and component of P along the Q bar. Okay, these questions you will get from problems. What is the component of Q along the P bar? That is the Q cos theta. So your answer is Q cos theta. Q cos theta is equal to P bar dot Q bar by P. And one more formula we know. What is that? P cap is equal to P bar by modulus of P. I mean P. Okay, this already I told. And Q cap is equals to Q bar by Q. So observe here, you got a P bar by P bar by P. Then you can write P cap. Instead of writing P bar by P, you can write P cap. So Q cos theta, component of Q along the P bar, that is a Q cos theta, is equals to P bar by P means P cap dot Q bar. dot q bar. Okay. So this is similarly you can complete the same format for component of p along the q bar. Okay. Note this. Note. Take a screenshot and continue it. Now the vector component of q bar along p bar. That one I will write. Note this. Simple. He is asking vector component. So from this formula itself, q cos theta, it is acting along first vector. No, first vector is p. Along that, a p cap is a unit vector. A p cap is a unit vector. And what is the q cos theta? Q cos theta already we got this one. Or you can take this one. Q cos theta is equal to this one. P cap dot q bar into p cap. Same. Because he is asking vector now. Just vector. That means you need to write a unit vector. Already you got the magnitude. You got the magnitude. Okay. So you need to indicate in which direction it is acting. That is nothing but direction of vector. That is acting along p bar. Right? Suppose you are writing it is acting along x-axis. What you are writing? I cap. Suppose one vector is acting along y-axis. What you are writing? J cap. Because I cap and j cap are unit vectors along those axes. So along p vector, p cap is your unit vector. That is why vector notation, in vector notation you will get a q cos theta, because component of q bar along p bar, that won't change. Component of q bar along p bar won't change. That is the q cos theta itself. But in vector form, he is asking the vector form. That is why you write just p cap. Just p cap. That's what I write. Magnitude of vector and direction. So you will get q cos theta is what? P cap dot q bar and dot this one dot p cap. Similarly, you write formula for this. Okay. So these things is very much useful in calculating problems. I will ask like this. I'll give a vector and I will write what is the component of p bar along q bar, and what is the vector component of q bar along p bar. Like that I will ask questions. That is why just to go through this, calculate this one once again and once again. Okay, still you are having doubts means you please send me a screenshot and a message. Then I will clear your doubts. Bye.